And this is all comes as we learned new details about the Obamacare repeal today, something Senator McCain has a major role in. The Congressional Budget Office estimates that if Senate Republicans repeal Obamacare, 32 million people will become uninsured by the year 2026. Senior political reporter Jason Whiteley continues to watch this unfold. And Jason, there's a big reason the GOP needs it to pass.
Cynthia, there is a big reason why, and that's also why Senate leaders need every single vote. It's why Senator John McCain's absence is so critical right now. We also asked the chairman of the Democratic Party, Tom Perez, whether his party might have reached out to the White House, whether it should reach out to the White House and Republicans to see if they can find a bipartisan solution. Politically, you could not have predicted it.
We're going to repeal and replace Obamacare.
You're going to have such great health care at a tiny fraction of the cost, and it's going to be so easy.
Republicans voted 60 times to repeal Obamacare when Obama was president, knowing he would veto it. Now, with a Republican in office, the GOP cannot get those votes again.
I'm sitting in that office. I have pen in hand. You never had that before.
Can the president get anything else in his agenda passed?
Look, the agenda is imperiled right now. We've never seen a president without major legislative accomplishments this late into their new term.
If Obamacare stays in place, that likely makes it harder to pass tax reform.
The sequencing here was intentional. They wanted to start with health care because if they removed the taxes from the Obamacare plan, it was going to free up an additional $1 trillion that they could apply to tax reform, to make their tax reform bill even bigger and bolder.
Republicans now want to vote next week to only repeal Obamacare, not replace it. Still, the Congressional Budget Office predicted this afternoon that alone would increase premiums by 25% and leave 32 million more people uninsured in the next decade. Have Democrats reached out to the White House or to the GOP?
Well, Senator Schumer has said on repeated occasions, do what President Obama did. Bring all 100 senators over to the White House and let's talk about this.
That's the chairman of the Democratic National Committee in a taping for Sunday's Inside Texas Politics. He says his party remains sidelined as Trump and the GOP are desperate for wins, but still unable to put their biggest political promise in play. Jason Whiteley, Channel 8 News.